I'm 51 years old and I'm trying to escape the 9 to 5 before it's too late. Not retire from it, escape it. And lately I've been thinking about something that probably sounds a little crazy. I think I'm starting over. Again, this isn't the first time I've felt that way. It's actually the fourth time in my life where I've looked around and realized something isn't working the way it should. But here's the strange thing. I'm not afraid of stepping out anymore. What I'm afraid of is failing. Because when you get into your 50s, people expect you to have things figured out. They expect you to just ride things out until retirement. But the truth is, I don't want to just ride things out. I want to build something. You know that saying, chase your dreams because they won't chase you back? I used to hear stuff like that and think, this is just motivational talk. But the older I get, the more I realize it's actually true. Dreams don't show up at your door. They don't knock and say, hey, you ready yet? If you want something different, you have to go after it. And for most of my life, I followed the plan. You probably know the one. Go to college, get a good job, work hard, and stay in your lane. Keep grinding until you're 65 or 67 or whatever the number is now. And then, after all those decades, you're finally allowed to start doing the things you love. Have you ever stopped and thought about how strange that is? We're basically told, spend the majority of your life doing things you don't really enjoy. And then maybe, just maybe, when you're older, you can finally do what fulfills you. That always seemed backwards to me. But like a lot of people, I drank the Kool-Aid. I followed the game plan. And somehow, I'm here in my 50s still living paycheck to paycheck sometimes. Still trying to catch up on bills. Still wondering how the years moved so fast. And before this turns into a rant, because that's not really what I want this to be. I'm just being honest. This isn't anger. This is clarity. I don't want to work for the man anymore. I want to work for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a job, but I've reached a point where I need something different. Not just want, need. Because when you start thinking about the time you have left on this planet, things come into focus real fast. It's not just about money. It's about purpose. It's about mindset. It's about waking up and feeling like the work you're doing actually matters to you. I mean, shoot, I get more satisfaction mowing my backyard than I do from a lot of things I do on a normal workday. And maybe that sounds ridiculous, but at least when I'm mowing the yard, I can see the result. You start with something messy, you put in the effort, and when you're done, it looks better. Simple. Now here's the part that might sound even crazier. I think I've found something I actually love doing. YouTube. Yeah, that sounds funny even saying it out loud, but it's true. I actually enjoy the process. I like editing. Call me crazy. I like opening up Premiere Pro and figuring out how to do something new. I like messing around with Audacity and trying to make the audio sound better. I like learning new things in OBS. There's something about creating something from nothing that just clicks with me. And I'll admit something else too. I like seeing those blue lines in the YouTube analytics. No, not because I'm chasing views, because those lines tell me something important. They tell me I'm learning. They tell me I'm improving. They tell me that something I made actually connected with someone. And that feels meaningful. The truth is, this whole thing isn't really about money. Sure, money matters. We all need it. But this thing goes deeper than that. This is about reclaiming something. When I was younger, I believed I could do anything. Maybe you remember that feeling too. Before life started narrowing the lanes. Before responsibilities started stacking up. Before people started telling you what was realistic. Somewhere along the way, a lot of us traded possibility for predictability. But I'm starting to realize something. Those dreams didn't disappear. They just got buried. And maybe part of getting older is digging them back up. For me, this isn't just about building something online. It's about a mindset. It's about refusing to give up on goals I had years ago. It's about remembering the version of myself who believed the future was wide open. And honestly, it's about legacy. I have a son. And whether he realizes it or not, he's watching how I live. He's watching how I respond to challenges. He's watching whether I settle or whether I keep trying. And I want him to see something important. I want him to see that it's never too late to chase something meaningful. That even when things are uncertain, you can still step forward. So yeah, maybe this is crazy. Maybe starting something new at 51 isn't what most people would recommend. But I keep coming back to one thought. If not now, when? Because time doesn't slow down. If anything, it speeds up. And I don't want to look back 10 years from now, wondering what might have happened if I had just tried. So this is my passion right now, YouTube. It still sounds a little strange saying it, but it's real. And maybe this channel becomes something, maybe it doesn't. But one thing I know for sure is this: I'm not giving up on the possibility. And if you're watching this and you've been feeling something similar, maybe this is your reminder too. Maybe it's time to step out, try something new, build something, chase something, even if it feels a little crazy. Because dreams don't chase us, we have to chase them. And who knows, maybe we'll figure it out along the way. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. This whole thing is still a work in progress. But if you ever feel like dropping by again sometime, you're always welcome to see how things are going. And if you decide to follow the journey, I sure would appreciate it. Thanks for listening, and until next time, take care.
Nice work, Delta.